What up, Razzballers? Welcome back to the program. Good morning and welcome to Week 16, Round 2, semifinals for fantasy football. We're getting into the 2 weeks left, hopefully, maybe 3. And we're very excited. It's just a double up here today. Jefferson and myself, Sky Guasco, holding it down. The rest of the boys are running a bye week this week. It is the holiday season. We're going to get you in and out pretty quickly today. Make sure you drop your comments below so we can get to all your questions, and make sure we get your start-sit questions dialed and handled for you heading into the semifinals. If you are here, first of all, congratulations on making it this far. Maybe you're just hanging out because you like the entertainment, and we appreciate that. But if you got a dog in the fight still, we're here to make it happen for you. I am joined, of course, by my man Jefferson. That is Jefferson__21, and my name is Sky Guasco on the Xbox. You can find everything Razzball at Razzball NFL on X. You can subscribe, of course, to the YouTube channel here, and make sure you download the podcast and listen to us on the audio side. I say it pretty much every single week, especially during the holiday season. When you're traveling around, you can pick up everything Razzball on the go through the podcast. So as you're doing chores, running errands, doing what you got to do at work, you're more than welcome to put an earbud and hear what we got to say. All right, Jeff, good morning. It is just a duo today. We got a handful of your questions. We'll get to those in just a second, folks, so make sure you pop those in the chat as we get rolling here. We've already got 3 games in the books. We had Seattle with a thrilling overtime win over the Rams on Thursday night. Of course, yesterday we had 2 great games. Washington, I did think before halftime, Washington had a serious chance to maybe have the upset, at least close the gap on Philly. Cody Parkey, yikes. We have a couple missed field goals, 3 in a row for Philadelphia there to keep the game close, but of course they pull away late in Washington. And then last night we are contractually obligated not to talk about the Chicago game out of solidarity for our boy Styles, but let's just say that was very entertaining as well. So Seattle, Philadelphia, and Chicago have already got that win. I saw something this morning, Jeff, and I'll turn it over to you, that ironically, Aaron Rodgers, who of course throughout his career has kind of joked-ish, tongue-in-cheek that he's a quote-unquote owner of the Chicago Bears for all of his time and dominance in Green Bay. Ironically today, if the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Detroit Lions, the Bears secure a playoff spot. So I thought that was kind of cool that I think everybody in Chicago, after beating Green Bay, is actually all rooting for Aaron Rodgers today as well. Pretty ironic, fun football. Week 16 is upon us, man. Good morning. How are you? Let's get into these questions.
Yeah, no, doing well. Looking forward to this week. And we already have a super chat. So you want to get into
Beautiful. Rock and roll, baby. Good morning. Love you, Scotty. Appreciate you, man. Happy holidays, everybody, as well, and safe travels getting around. I know Jeff's going to be on the road. I'm going to be on the road. All of us here at Razzball, if anybody isn't familiar, obviously we don't have the same studio, unfortunately, yet. All of us are all over the country. So all of us are bouncing all over the place. So safe travels to everybody, and Scotty, you and your family as well. Half PPR, Pickens and Michael Wilson. We do have Marvin Harrison coming back this week.
Yeah, this is a good question. I actually am big on Michael Wilson this week. I wrote about him in my slot versus Wyatt article, and for me, I'm starting him. He had a tough week last week against the Houston Texans, and he scored double digits. I think he was one of 3 or 4 receivers to ever go double digits against the Texans all season. Even with Marvin Harrison back, though, with the matchup, the Falcons allow the most points out wide, 80% of all points to receivers, and that's where Wilson lines up 82% of his snaps, and when he does score fantasy points, at 78%. So some numbers there for you. So even if Marvin Harrison's back, I think Wilson has gained the confidence and chemistry with Jacoby Brissett. So I'm going to keep rolling the hot hand with Wilson.
I agree. Pickens, the offense for Dallas is solid. The Chargers have been kind of limping along on offense and defense. I think that's going to be a shootout with Dallas and LA. So certainly Pickens could have a big player volume. Either one of these guys could go off. I'm with you on Michael Wilson, though. The Chargers play some of the most zone in the league, and Pickens is not as great against zone with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb gobbles up a lot of that. And frankly, he's just kind of fallen off. So 33 yards last week. And with CeeDee Lamb back and healthy, the run game is healthy. Ferguson's great. I think that Michael Wilson has proven it even in a tough matchup last week. And Marvin Harrison is solid, but Michael Wilson has to have proven himself over the last month and a half to the Arizona Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett's playing on fire. We hated the matchup last week against Houston. They both turned out. Obviously, McBride's going to get his, but Wilson is too. So I think we're going to be just fine with Michael Wilson. So I would pick Wilson over Pickens this week and half PPR. Best of luck, Scotty. Wishing you well, man. Happy holidays.
Yep, happy holidays. We got another one for a long time. Jeff Marks.
Yo, Jeff Marks, appreciate you. Thank you and good morning. Pick two here. We have in full PPR, pick two. Mecca Ibuka, Tyrone Tracy, Audric Estime getting first real snaps out of Notre Dame. We like to see that. Had a quick stint with the Denver Broncos, now with the Saints. And Aaron Jones. Who's that?
Aaron Jones,
baby. Let's get it.
Styles. Yeah, this is actually an interesting one. I think you got to keep rolling with Ibuka as the Bucks offense gets healthier. I'm just going to keep rolling with him, especially in a PPR. Even with Evans back last week, he got 7 targets. I know that was against Atlanta. Carolina is actually pretty good against receivers, but he's still getting the targets. So I'm going to keep rolling with Ibuka. And then Tyrone Tracy is playing well, getting all the touches in New York. So that's another guy I'm strongly considering on this question. Estime is interesting because it's the Saints. You know, if a Saints running back gets all the work, they've been relevant. But I just don't know if Estime is really going to get all the work this week. Could this be a Taysom Hill day where he just gets touches out of nowhere? Hard to say. And then Aaron Jones, I'm 50-50 with him, so I'm not really considering him. So out of these options, though, I think I'm going to roll with Ibuka and Tyrone Tracy.
Oh, man. This is really tough with only two of us here because if we disagree at all, I feel like it's not helpful to the viewer, which sucks. We don't really have a consensus unless we just agree flat out. I don't disagree necessarily with what you're saying, but I'm also going to throw a bone to Audric Estime. The Jets have given up 14 rushing touchdowns in 5 games. So, quick math, folks. Let's probably say 7-ish, 2.5 touchdowns per week the Jets have given up on the ground. Evan Hull is going to get some work, maybe Taysom Hill too, but Audric Estime for me is actually a nice play. The Saints are at home; they're favored. I think they, pride at least. I think that they're going to be okay. Shuck's been playing well. Shout out to the Ducks and Red Raiders. So I'm actually going to throw a bone to Audric Estime. I know he's not the fancy big name in this group, but if he was the most successful, I would not be surprised at all. I do like Aaron Jones a lot against the Giants. I just like the Giants are the type of team, even since the Eli days, that this time of year, they're just like the yuck the yum squad. You know what I mean? They show up with enough pride, get a good pass rush. McCarthy bombs. I hope Jefferson can come back to life here for us, but I just don't know about that game. I like Tracy, instead of Aaron Jones overall. And Ibuka with Mike Evans back in the run game and stuff, I just don't trust him. I don't. So I'm going to go Tyrone Tracy and Audric Estime, actually. Pull a little bit of an audible there.
Oh, I like that. Let me just double checking some numbers here, but yeah,
I don't love the matchup for Tracy on paper. Minnesota's very good, but Tracy, 2 touchdowns, right? He's getting plenty of work in the passing game. Aaron Jones has a better matchup technically, but I don't know if Aaron Jones is the better player right now, to be honest with you. And I don't know that this is true. but I feel like the Giants' offense is more reliable. Is that insane to say right now? So
Yeah, that's
on
yeah.
paper, it doesn't lean. It leans Aaron Jones over Tyrone Tracy on paper. This is a gut eye test, a vibe check, if you will, for the kids. Tracy and Estime just feel like the better move today.
Yeah, I'm all in on Tracy right now. I mean, last week against Washington, he earned over 70% of the snaps. And at this point of the season, man, with the playoffs, it's just so hard. It's like, do you roll the dice on Estime? It's a great matchup. He's supposed to get the work. I'd be hard pressed to roll the dice on my season on him.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, though. When I look over the last 4 weeks, the Jets, like you said, 7 rushing touchdowns, 4 receiving to running backs. They're giving up the most points. Almost, it looks like 38 points a game overall to running back as a whole. And if he gets all the touches, I mean, that's a great day. I mean, that's going to win you a week. Over Igbuka, that's maybe the floor play. So I'd say marks for you, depending on your other players in your lineup. If you need the floor play, I'm going Igbuka. If you're going for ceiling and trying to hit a home run, I think it is Tracy and Estime.
Yeah, that's tough, and I don't want that to be the cop out answer, but let's just throw this out there now. That is a caveat with every question we're going to answer this morning. Straight up, there are better matchups for. Look, we have 3 games in the books. Okay, I mean, look, if you win against Puka Nacua, if you win against even AJ Brown, you win against Matt Stafford, right? I mean, Sam Darnold, JSN turned it on in the second half. Like, if you win against any of these guys who just like exploded already, and you're behind the 8 ball, play the like best matchup, close your eyes, cross your fingers, and just hope for the best. If you have those guys, and you're more like, holy shit, I'm off to a nice.
I think we lost Sky there. Yep. Well, I believe. Oh,
There we
here
go.
we go. There we
Classic internet. It's all good. I was saying that, and if it happens again, you can just peel forward. I was saying if you need just a floor play and to be safe, Igbuka and Aaron Jones maybe are the most like, I know what I'm going to get. For me, though, it's playoffs. We're here to win, right? You go down swinging nonetheless, and I want to blow up. Aaron Jones and Igbuka currently don't give me that. This isn't Igbuka of week 3 and 4 and 5, folks. Okay. I've limped into the playoffs with him instead of like dominated. And I'm actually benching him today in favor of other players. So I'm going to go with Tracy and Audric Estime.
Love it. Love it. All right.
Good luck, Jeff.
Yeah, good luck, Mr. Marks. Next question from long time, but no relation to Todd Heap.
Yes. Nice. Awesome. Welcome back, Travis. All right. Good morning, boys. Full PPR. Please pick 2. Godwin, Genty, Pollard. Made it to the semis. Projected to win by 14. Thanks in advance. No relation to Todd Heap. I love this so much. Okay, so Jeff, I'll let you dissect this a little bit as I kind of preface this, and then we do have another super chat after this one. So, what I just said, I'll say it again. I know I got cut off here, so I'll say this again really quickly. Because you're up projected by 14 points. First of all, projections don't mean shit, so don't get too excited. They're literally just a fresh calculation of the projections of each player left to play and what the total score might be. That might seem obvious, but if you folks don't know how they get them, they're just straight up calculations. So do not get complacent. Don't think that that's automatic. They get turned over all the time. Although that is a good thing to have going into the day. So up 14. Now this, Jeff, is basically what I was just saying. You might be a little more comfortable. Maybe you're looking for a floor just to maintain instead of like that boom bust player. This might be an instance in which I think that. But again, for me, just my mentality, it's a semis. I'm looking to win no matter what. I want the biggest boom opportunities as long as it's not careless. So let's break this down here real quick. And we do have that super chat waiting for you, Scotty. We'll get back to you in just a second. Yeah. We'll get back to Scotty in just a second. Let's knock this one out.
Yeah, I think I'm pick 2. I'm gonna bench Genty. I just can't trust him right now, this late in the season. I mean, he's going against Houston on the road, arguably the best defense right now playing in the NFL. Texans are trying for the playoff push. Raiders are vying for a draft pick. Last 3 weeks for Genty, 31 rushing yards, 30 rushing yards, 35. He did catch 30 receiving yards in week 13, but I just cannot trust the Raiders offense right now, and I'm out. So in the playoffs, you're up. I'm going to play it safe. I guess arguably I get with Godwin and Pollard. I think the Chiefs have nothing to play for now. They're out. Mahomes is out. I love Minshew Mania right now. For them, hopefully that goes well, but Pollard's hot. Genty's not. It's that easy for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got to stick with Godwin. Godwin's getting the work, full PPR. We just kind of knocked Igbuka, or at least I am. Godwin's getting the work. It's not quite clicking, and it certainly could this week versus Carolina. I like Godwin a lot. Mike Evans destroys Carolina historically, and I think everybody knows that because the media's been talking about it all week, so there might be a little bit of extra shadow coverage there. Godwin is the guy for Baker. So I like Godwin a lot this week. And I'm going to go Pollard too. Pollard played really well against the 49ers a couple weeks ago. He's been playing well last week. Genty, Jeff, since the bye week in week 8, here's his rushing yard totals. 42, 60 with a touchdown versus Denver, solid. 7 versus Dallas, 50 versus Cleveland, 31, 30, 35. And for a couple weeks, we were like, oh, but he's getting all these. He has 8 targets a week. Like, love that floor, right? He did. 2 weeks ago versus Denver, 4 targets, 6 targets, 2 receptions, 4 receptions, 8 and 7 yards, respectively. He's literally had less than 40 yards, 42 and 38 yards in the last 2 games. I don't trust the Raiders. I don't trust Genty. I'm benching him in the league that I do have him. It's a keeper league, so I can't drop him, unfortunately, or I would. ECR, the expert consensus ranking throughout the industry, has him listed as RB26, which is behind Michael Carter of the Cardinals and ahead of Kenny Gainwell and Jalen Warren and Tony Pollard of Tennessee. But I'm going to go Pollard and Godwin pretty confidently here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm looking at some other numbers. Only 3 running back teams, right? Like teams have only 3 teams have rushed over 100 yards against the Texans all year. That was the Bills, the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers.
Well, look at those offenses compared to the
exactly.
Raiders. No chance.
Yeah, you're in the semis. I know probably Genty was a high draft pick, but this is when you win leagues, is knowing when to bench the right player despite your ADP on them. At this point, you got to throw that to the wayside and just look at the matchup and just kind of see who's playing well. Pollard back-to-back 100-yard games, first time all year. Tennessee, they've kind of maybe got it figured out a little bit offensively with Cam Ward heading into the end of the season. They're going to let them air it out. So, yeah, that's just where I'm at.
And I don't love Pollard against the Chiefs, but spoiler alert, folks, I think that I wouldn't be shocked if the Titans shock the world today with Mahomes out, Minshew in, to be gunslinging. The Titans have been playing better, just not good enough. I could definitely see the Titans winning today.
Yep. All right, let's go to our next super chat. This is a good one.
Good luck, Travis.
Yep. Good luck, Mr. Heap.
All right, Scotty, let's break this one down here. One more. Henry or Hendy at flex. Okay. So, all right, at flex. Let's see. Juwan Johnson, Strange, or Waller at tight end. Keenan Allen or BTJ at wide receiver. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Good luck today. Bills Mafia and Buck Army. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you, brother. If you stay safe up there, I know Buffalo. I'm sure this time of year is under about 14 feet of snow. So be 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 good up there. And hey, man, good luck to your boys. This is the year for Bills fans. So hoping the best for you. If you're not a Jags fan, obviously.
Exactly. We're probably going to face them in the first round, it looks like. All right. So, Derrick Henry or Hendy, what a great problem to have at the flex spot.
Yep.
Um,
Well, and like, I mean, who are your other two running backs if that's your flex?
yeah, no kidding, right? Is it the guys that have played already? Did he play Ken Walker, Kyron Williams?
Well, no, but he
Saquon?
might have. I don't know. I'm gonna like. I'll just throw this out there without him. Scott, if you want to chime in and let us know, you're welcome to. But he might have. I don't know. Achan and ETN or Achan and Saquon or something like that too, right? You know.
So, I talked about this on my takeaways last week. I'm going to pull it up. Trevion Henderson, season high rushing yards, but he was under 50% of snap share with Stevenson back. However, it feels like Henderson's the RB1, right? I mean, he's not playing enough to get enough snap share, but he's getting more touches when it matters. And I think I will be hard pressed to bench Henderson right now after his last 2 weeks playing well. Now, it is also based on the matchups. New England has who again? Sorry, trying to look that up.
Oh, New England's playing. Yeah, I was just looking at.
Oh,
New
it's the Ravens.
Playing Baltimore. Yeah.
And Baltimore's
Tonight.
playing them. Yeah,
tonight.
Matchup.
Same game.
Same game. Yeah, I mean Baltimore is well. Damn. That's tough. I think Henderson is the ceiling play, and I think Henry's a safer play. But I do think that Baltimore has to rely on the running game. So I think Henry will get more touches. And on paper, the Patriots are giving up more points right now to running backs than the Baltimore D, which is surprising. So I think you got to roll with Derrick Henry. Game at home, try to keep the ball out of Drake May's hands. So I think Derrick Henry is the play in this one. I'm assuming this is half PPR, or are we rolling with PPR?
His last one was half, so
yeah, I'm gonna go half. So I'm gonna go with Henry if it's half.
Oh man, I'm not exaggerating. This might be the most difficult question of the entire season. And it's just the two of us to break this down. Scott, I'm gonna hope you're in good shape. If this is your flex, I'm hoping you're in good shape. You always have good teams. This isn't going to be helpful to you, Scott, but we'll just give you information. Okay. If this is my team, I think I'm actually rolling Henderson. Derrick Henry can get games scripted out. I don't know that the Patriots boat race Baltimore. I actually personally, in our pick'ems, think Baltimore wins the game, which would lead more toward Derrick Henry. I like that. But that Patriots defense has been playing well all season. We know that if Derrick Henry doesn't score, he doesn't get any passing work. So the last 2 weeks, Jeff and Scott, he's rushed for 94 yards and 100 yards on the button. Excellent, incredible rushing games, right? No touchdown, no receiving. He's had 10 fantasy points in each week. That's really tough. Henderson obviously is more, I think, reliant on the bigger play because I don't know if the volume's going to be there, but he's getting more work in the pass game. Not huge numbers, but opportunity. And the Patriots offense is on fire right now. My big question is which version of Lamar is going to show up? Because if we get a full-fledged Ravens offense, then I feel great about Henry. If we get a mediocre and they come out sluggish and the Patriots put up 2 touchdowns early in the first half and then the Ravens are like, oh, shit, now we got to sling it with Lamar and, get our third and fourth running backs out there, which they love doing, I'm concerned about Henry. I know nobody wants Derrick Henry on the bench. I 100% get it. But honestly, I can't bench Henderson right now either. And I'm not expecting a 70-yard touchdown like we've seen. but volume plus the big play goes to both those guys. I feel like I just trust the New England offense more right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong there. Looking at some other numbers against the Patriots running backs right now, they're almost allowing 5 yards a carry since week 10. 4.8, 4.3, 5.3, 4.7, and 4.6. They've allowed the Bills, Giants, and Bengals running back groups to rush for 100 yards. That's 3 weeks in a row. That's the worst streak they've done lately. So they're allowing opportunities to running backs, but the Ravens also are one of the worst against the top 10. So they do allow the top 10 most points to running backs. So I think what it boils down to, if you could guarantee me that Henderson plays 50% of snaps, I feel that more confident. But with Stevenson back, I think it's a 50-50 split. And when I'm looking at snaps, how does that affect touches? But the Patriots have the better offense, for what it's worth. I know you like Henderson. I do too. In the playoffs, like I said, Henry hasn't scored 2 touchdowns. Has not scored a touchdown in the last 2 weeks. Prior to that, though, he had 4 games in a row with a touchdown. I think Henry gets back in the scoring column. So I think I'm going to go Henry at home this week.
Henderson has had 50% snap share, pretty much literally 49 or 48. Ramondre Stevenson is still in the mix as well. But you get touches from other Baltimore guys too. Yeah. Especially in the pass game, right? How often do you see you can tell because they're 3 feet shorter and 100 pounds lighter. But you look on the 17-yard line or something after Derrick Henry has a 40-yard run, or Lamar does, and you're like, who the hell is that little guy? And he scampers for a 40-yard touchdown. So yeah, that's a real tough one, Scott. I hope the team is going well. Jeff, did he chime back in by chance with the rest of his roster? I'm just curious. In the chat.
See. Yeah, Barkley and Omari and Hampton.
And okay, so we had Saquon.
Yeah, and Omari against the Hampton. Yeah. So if it's PPR, I think I'm going to side with Henderson.
Okay, so this question is more of a roster construction over talent. Here's a question for you, Jeff. Let's just fucking totally season the soup, if you will. Why not go Henry, Henderson, and Saquon and bench Hampton?
Yeah. Well, what's Dallas been up to lately, though? Defensively, yeah, Dallas is pretty bad too.
They've been much better against the run. Much better. I think they're like, since week 11 or something like that, they've been super stout again. I mean, Quinnen Williams is on fire right now.
Yeah, you know what?
And talk about snap share.
Yeah, 31 and 36.
30%. And Vidal, your boy Vidal is still killing it.
I know, I like Kamani. Yeah, you know what?
Scotty,
I think we answered your question. Yeah, I think we answered it. I think you bench Hampton. See, that's why context matters with these rosters, because flex out these 2 guys, I'm thinking, like, who else you got at your running back spots? Oh, sorry. And it's PPR. So, yeah, I think I'm with Sky on this one. I think you bench Hampton this week.
Oh, man.
O-line's banged up for the Chargers. I mean, yes, Dallas deep, but Chargers have not been playing well.
And I'm the biggest Herbert fan there is. I love my guy. He's literally has a broken hand. He's got the shit kicked out of him all year because their offensive line's terrible. The run game has not been effective for the Chargers. They run through the air, if you will. Mm-hmm. So Amari Hampton, it could have, he caught a screen a couple weeks ago in his first game back for a 40-yard touchdown or 60-yard touchdown. He could do that. All these NFL running backs can do that for the most part. So could Henry, so could Henderson. And I trust their offenses. And Dallas is a pincushion to the pass, not to the run. Their run defense has been very good the last month. I think we got to go full audible here. I know we just took 10 minutes on Henry and Henderson because that was a question, but with all that, he's already got Saquon, who had a solid game, obviously. Mm-hmm. So he's feeling good on that. So honestly, man, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get Hampton out of there and play Henry and Henderson.
I agree. No, I'm right there with you.
And you got 2 workhorses to look forward to tonight. which is always kind of fun.
That's nice on Sunday night too.
Okay. Well, we got the tight end question there as well and the wide receiver. So I know we
got
spent
that.
15 minutes on that. I felt like that was a big one. But Scotty, we're going to bench Hampton and go with Henry and Hendy.
The tight end one, let's see. Oof. I'm not going to consider Waller this week with Quinn Ewers starting there. I don't know. And if I don't know, I don't have confidence there. Just Strange has kind of taken a back seat now with Jacoby Myers in there, getting those targets over the middle. Parker Washington's back. It's Denver D. It's actually a better matchup for him on paper. So I don't have too much confidence there. And then with Juwan Johnson, I think the Jets. No, he's got the Jets. Not the best matchup. I mean, he's had a floor. He's the floor play of the three, but I think I'm going to go with Strange. He's got the best matchup of. Actually, never mind. Miami's got Cincinnati.
Yep.
Damn it. Yeah, let's go with Waller. Say no more. Cincinnati's terrible against tight ends.
I really want to go Juwan Johnson. I mean, yeah, Waller makes sense with the upside, the touchdowns each week. He had 2 last week. Pretty much when he plays, he scores.
Yeah.
So I would play Waller even with yours. But Juwan Johnson, if he had like 1 or 2 more touchdowns recently, I'd feel much better about it. He's getting red zone targets. He's getting targets in general. But Shuck cannot connect with him. His catch rate is abysmal. A little bit better the last 2 weeks, excuse me. He's got 4 for 4 the last 2 weeks, but only 4. Before that, 9 targets, 5 catches. So just the upside isn't there for Juwan Johnson, but I like the consistency. So I would boot Strange personally. Again, anybody can score at any time that could throw these things off, but I'm going to go Waller. I would go Waller, Johnson, Strange personally.
Yeah, I'm right there with you
too. Okay,
too.
the wide receiver question.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because it's Denver defense. Is Surtain going to shadow BTJ or is he going to Carbon Myers?
Myers is the best wide receiver on the team.
Yeah, he has been, but BTJ plays out wide more, and you can really shadow him. I think the emergence of Jacoby Myers is helping BTJ get better coverage looks and getting the one-on-one deep balls because they're using BTJ more as that outside receiver than more of the possession over the middle. When they do get BTJ, it's been on play action, stuff like that. But he's been the deep threat for Trevor right now. We just talked about how bad the Chargers have been. I actually like McConkey better this week. I think he actually will have a better day, and I think I'm going to roll BTJ this week. This is a big game. Jags offense has to show out, and I think BTJ will be a big part of that today.
Yeah, and I just talked about how I am not loving Justin Herbert right now. Keenan Allen's one of my fantasy goats. I had him on a long-running keeper league for like 6 years in a row back in the day with Rivers and all that, and he was incredible. He's just fallen off completely. About 50-60% snap share, under 10 PPR fantasy points since week 7. Eesh. He hasn't scored since week 7. There's a lot of other options there. I think Aranda Gadsden has a nice game today.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas looks like 70% of Brian Thomas that we drafted, and I'll take that over the current version of the Chargers offense, Herbert and Keenan Allen right now. Again, this is not the season to play names. This is the season to play production, and Brian Thomas is looking better. I know it's the Broncos. I get it, but Trevor's been absolutely on fire. 5 touchdowns last week. For me, it's Brian Thomas. So, Jeff, let's wrap this up here. I know we've talked a lot on this question, which is great, but let's clean this up for Scotty. I personally, if possible, Scott, and you can do this, I'm benching Hampton, who I think is in your lineup currently, benching Hampton, playing both Derrick Henry and Travion Henderson at running back and flex. So I would get Hampton out of my lineup. I would play Waller at tight end, and I would play Brian Thomas at wide receiver.
I second that.
Okay. So we're both on that. So Henry, Hendy, Waller, and BTJ. Scotty, we appreciate you, bro. Thanks for that. And that was a
Yep.
really fun one to break down, man. These
Yeah.
teams this time of year are so fun. Like, got some juggernauts. It's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, good luck, Scotty. All right, next
Merry Christmas,
one.
buddy.
Merry Christmas. Here's our next one.
GR, welcome back. Half PPR. Somehow, love it. Good start. Somehow survived last week, and a good start with Puka. Nice. Need one running back and a flex. Hampton again, Judkins, Aaron Jones, and Igbuka. BTJ, Dowdle, and is that a defense?
Defense, it looks like.
Okay, Minnesota, Denver, Tampa Bay. Thanks, fellas. Let's finish strong. Let's do it. So a lot to break down here.
Yeah. So looking at this, the running backs alone, I'm assuming Jones is Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I think based on our prior discussions, I'm not really feeling Judkins this week either. Yes, the Bills are a favorable defense on the rushing side, but I think just the Browns are just a mess offensively. I think Judkins is averaging 22 yards, 24 yards over the past 2 weeks. I don't feel confident with that. I think Aaron Jones against the Giants, that's going to be a lot of points. So I'm going to roll with Aaron Jones. And then for the two flex, I'm definitely going to go BTJ, I believe, over Igbuka. And then for Dowdle, he's been kind of quiet of late with Chuba being in the mix. So I think actually I'm going to go Igbuka, BTJ, Aaron Jones. For defense, oof.
I got you here on the matchups really quick. I'm looking at it right now. Minnesota plays at the Giants.
Denver
Tampa
at home.
Bay plays at Carolina, and Denver plays at home versus Jags. Unfortunately, the best unit plays the best team.
Yeah. Yeah, that Tampa Carolina game is going to be a great one. I agree. They think that one
2 more weeks
too. Yeah, I know, which is fascinating. I think I'm going to roll with the Minnesota defense. I think they're the second best one. I know Jackson Dart is good though, but he's still prone for potentially a turnover. So I'm going to roll with Minnesota.
Boy, you guys know my rules. I say it every week. My defense, I want to be at home and favored if possible. I was trying to check the weather here. Obviously it's going to be cold, but is there any precipitation or anything in Denver?
I haven't seen anything. I've been kind of tracking it all week as a Jags fan. So yeah, nothing that worries me.
Okay. Tampa Bay's out for me. I think that could be a shootout. So it's Denver or Minnesota. I generally like my team at home, but the Jags have been on fire. I'm with Jeff, unless Trevor turns into a pumpkin today, which I just hope not for my buddy, but also fantasy. Trevor and Liam Coleman have been on fire lately. The Giants are more apt to turnovers, special teams laps, things like that. Minnesota's been playing well. I don't love road teams necessarily just out of my model, but I'll go Minnesota as well by a nose over Denver. Yeah, I'll go Minnesota as well. And then with this big one here, the running back, man, I really want to go Judkins, actually. I know it's against the Bills. I hate it. The Browns should not score today.
Yeah, because what if Bills just poured on them and get up 21-0 early?
Yeah, but then Shador is not going to have a solid game. He's going to get smashed. But he could check down 15 times.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Milano's going to tackle Judkins for a 2-yard gain every time. But still, I don't know. Maybe I can't play with that. In half PPR, I don't love it as much. Okay. Aaron Jones. I like Brian Thomas. And you know what? I'll just do it because I can throw him in there. I'll go Judkins, BTJ, and Jones. So I would fade Hampton Egbuka, and Dowdle, which is insane because they're the three best names on the list, probably.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I don't see Judkins having like awesome. I'm looking forward to starting him into my lineup. I just think it's going to be all the work is going to go to him, or it should. If I'm Stefanski, who doesn't want Shador to succeed, as we know, I'm checking down. I'm giving carries. It's not going to work, but at least for the first quarter or two, the only way to keep the Bills slow is to keep Allen off the field, kind of a thing. They'll probably go 3 and out every time, but nonetheless, they're going to have to run the ball, keep it short, minimize, accidents and mistakes from Shador early, at least before it gets out of hand. So I'm just hoping Judkins scores accidentally. that's kind of the only hope, but I just have a gut feeling for some reason.
I'm going to take my answer back. Sorry there, GR. I'm going to go with Aaron Jones, BTJ, and Dowdle. For me, actually, I
like the Dowdle.
I just worry about
I just so good against the run.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at their numbers though. They've kind of given up some points to running backs lately. So
I'm looking at it, Jeff, so I'll just trust you. If Dowdle's probably the right move over Judkins. The Carolina offense should move just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm thinking of big bad Vita Vea and everybody in Tampa, but the Bills are similar. And obviously, I don't want the Browns offense over the Panthers offense right now. So,
yeah,
you know what? I'll go with you. I'll go with you. That way I can get off of Judkins. Thank you. Fuck, that was scary.
You're good. I know Judkins the name.
Man.
I mean, all the running backs were injured in Cleveland as well, so he's guaranteed touches and snaps. But I
don't
think
trust
game
Judy.
script. Yeah,
it's gonna be Fannin and Judkins all day, and the Bills are good against the run. They're the best against the tight end every year. Fannon's hard to sit because it's the tight end position, but I don't expect a big game from him. And I think that the only way they're going to move the ball outside of a big play or a penalty is Judkins. But that's scary to hope for. So, All right, I'll move one more time. Jones, BTJ, and Dowdle. And BTJ and Dowdle. I'm with you.
I appreciate it, JR. Thanks for the question. This is why we discuss these things, because you just there's a lot to take into account at this point of the year. We want to give you the best advice you possibly can. So thanks for your questions. It looks like I'm not sure what this is referring to. Who the else you got? I'm not sure if that was to an earlier question or players.
Okay.
No reference there. But
yeah, feel free to jump back in if maybe we're just listing off matchups of other people and stuff. So yeah, feel free to answer any questions and we'll get those in.
Yeah, one quick on the last question. Mr. Goldman helping us out here.
Yeah, what's up, Bob? Good morning. Yeah, the Bills' run defense is awful. Huh.
Little wrinkle there for us.
Yeah, it is awful. I know they've been taken advantage of, but my issue, and Bob, I don't disagree. Where my head's at is, yes, statistically lately, the Bills have been run on. I'm concerned because I don't trust the rest of the offense. And McDermott's a great coach. I just don't see why anybody at this point doesn't hyper fixate the box and go, okay, give Judkins 25 carries and maybe he volumes his way to 90 yards. But there's no chance if I'm playing against Shador Sanders that I'm worried about my back end, Yeah. So Bob's not wrong.
Yeah.
My head is just that, like, are they going to be picking up first downs? So Dowdle 4 yards, Dowdle 2 yards, Shador 3rd yard conversions all day long? No. So I think you have to continue to go through Judkins, which is nice, but I'm concerned outside of a big run. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a tough time. I just went with him and then I pulled off. But I don't know. I just have a tough time going with a Browns player in that environment right now.
Yeah, I hear you. JR is back actually with this.
Cool. How much are we concerned? Considering Dallas D. Next week. Sneaky stash with Mariota permanently down. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Still scary, but old man Josh Johnson. I mean, yeah. Assuming you crush, which you will, because Judkins is going to go off for you. I like Dallas D a lot. Washington isn't scary. Mariota just makes plays. Terry McLaurin and I'm not even really Debo right now, but Terry McLaurin's a beast. The running game is okay, but Dallas wins this week, which they could beat the Chargers. If Dallas wins this week, they could start making things happen potentially. That's a rivalry game in division. You know, Washington had a fun start for 10 minutes against Philly, but they just can't keep up. Now Mariota's gone too. Dallas is a great pickup, and yeah, beat the waiver wire. Go get them right now. You make it to the final. You have them ready to go.
Yeah, no, I love it, and just depending upon who you drop, though. So let us know who you may drop, and we'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, I think it's a good stash right now.
Yeah, drop Judkins.
Next, we got
I'm
Cosmo.
kidding. Don't do that. Cosmo, good morning. Welcome back, buddy. All right, half PPR, Kelsey or Tyler Warren. You remember Travis Kelsey? We haven't talked about him in a couple of years.
This is tough. Ooh, 2 backup quarterbacks today with these tight ends. Now, how much are they going to play Kelsey now that they've been eliminated?
Well,
does he have anything riding contractually for stats?
According to him, he wants to ride it out. I unless Jason on the podcast can convince him otherwise, because everybody wants to go out on top and not flame, especially a Hall of Famer with the career and run that the Chiefs have had. Either Travis Kelsey retires in 3 weeks, or he'll definitely come back next year, in which case he'd probably save his body.
Yeah.
But what's Mahomes going to be next year? Coming back after this, at least the first month, right? Like, I'm going to turn, okay, bias for sure, but the 49ers are solid against the tight end. I don't want the matchup. And Tyler Warren, I thought was going to be awesome because I had this like Antonio Gates thing in my brain. And I'm like, Tyler Warren's incredible. Phillip Rivers can only throw 12 yards anyway. Why not just give him 15 targets? And he didn't. So, and now with the 49ers, I don't know, man. I'm going to go Kelsey and just not look at the stat line until the game's over. They're playing Tennessee. And Minshew is going to throw 60-yard bombs and checkdowns. Shout out to Cougs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just roll with Kelsey. It's just looking at some other numbers here.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think Kelsey's the right play.
Me too. Since the bye week in week 10, targets for Kelsey 13. Now this is Mahomes, obviously. I get it. 13, 6, 6, 5, and 9. And again, it's Mahomes, but he's had a great catch share. Other than Houston, he had 1 catch for 8 yards on 5 targets against Houston. He scored twice in the last 5 weeks. It also might just be like, look, Mahomes is gone. Who's our other guy? I mean, Rashee Rice is gone too.
Yeah, I like Worthy this week though for Minshew personally.
Me too.
Slot versus wide number says I think Worthy has a big game.
Same, but I just think like target share and ability, and Kelsey's Jason Witten now, right? I mean, he just get 9-yard curls, and that's fine. But you get 5, 6, 7 of those. Last week against the Chargers, he had 7 catches, 70 yards. That's a top 10 tight end. It's not great. And yes, obviously the upside is with Warren, but it's weird to say, do you trust Phillip Rivers or Gardner Minshew?
Give me Minshew.
Give me Andy Reid. So I'll go with Kelsey and close my eyes.
I hear you. No, I'm right there with you. Good luck to you, Cosmo.
Good luck, buddy.
Bill's in here.
What up, Bill? Hello again. Guillotine League. Love it. Pick one in PPR. Oh, my God. Jefferson, Ibuka, or Ladd? I know you're big on Ladd. I'm fading Ibuka. For me, this is straight up, do I trust? I don't trust. Do I believe and hope in my manifestations of Jefferson yet? That's where my head's at.
I'm going Lad. I know it. I know it's not. I never thought I would be picking Lad over Jefferson, but dude, I mean, we got what 37 yards combined the last 3 weeks, and great matchups. Like he's getting the best matchups on paper right now. Dallas first last week, the Giants this week, the Commanders in 14, 11 yards. I trust Lad.
So okay, it's Dallas. Fine. What else about Lad is exciting to you? Because just like looking at numbers, he's been unplayable for
Same as Jefferson. They've been like equally bad.
7. Sure, yes, I agree, and I trust broken hand Herbert over JJ over McCarthy, but I like Lad a lot. I guess if I'm just comparing him to Justin Jefferson right now, I know that the last month, you can't compare him. The last month has been fucking traumatic.
Yeah, it just.
I'm just looking deeper, Bill, here. Give us a second. This is much harder than it's supposed to be. It's also Guillotine League.
Yeah.
So these rosters are stupid. I mean, for to look at names like that and be like, Ibuka's an easy sit is ridiculous. And I know that, or I'm just assuming, and I can tell that the rest of Bill's lineup is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Because it's the final couple weeks in the Guillotine League, but everybody else's lineup is insane also. 8 targets, 2 catches. How does that even happen? 4 targets, 2 catches, 6 targets, 2 catches for Justin Jefferson. And you would hope that he's maybe not playing as much. That's not true. He's playing every snap. Oh, my God. Are the Giants as bad as I want them to be right now?
They are. I like Lads in Dallas, so that's nice. So in the indoor element, I like that. That kind of plays a role. But I mean, it's they're in New York, but I don't know if the weather is necessarily bad though in New York right now.
God, it's the same. It's the fear that everybody has this time of year in the playoffs. Like if this is week 14, you're just like, fuck it. You know, I can't trust Jefferson. I'll play Lad, right? But it's the playoffs, and obviously, you know, Bill's going to blow chunks if he has a Jefferson game, a real one, and he's sitting on the fucking bench.
Yeah.
I don't see Lad blowing up. The Chargers are just not doing that right now. Your boy Trey Harris, I think, goes nice. That's my kind of
QJ's back this week, though. By the way,
I know, but he's got a groin thing and he's beat up a lot. I could see him running 3 routes and being slow. I just think Trey Harris is a super sleeper in that game. But
well, we haven't seen Jefferson be Jefferson necessarily since week 4 and 5. 126, 123, his best games all season long. And he hasn't cracked double-digit targets since week 10, which is crazy to say that.
I mean, come on, man.
Which he should be getting all the targets. Like, I don't understand.
Well, it's because Naylor's too good. Fuck. Josh Oliver. I gotta do it, man. I'm not. I ran a whole. I think it might have been you and me last year. I can't remember. I literally ran an entire podcast episode on not having to start your studs necessarily. Yeah. I'm not a start your studs guy. I hate that other larger networks promote the shit out of that mantra. Yes, 9 times out of 10, it makes sense. They're better players, better opportunity. I get all that. It's the playoffs. I'm not that guy all the time.
Nope.
I have this, what I share when I bring that up is you got to turn back the clock, but Bill's an OG. So he'll remember the AJ Green and rookie Stephon Diggs. Rookie Stephon Diggs with the Minnesota Vikings, AJ Green prime with Andy Dalton and the Bengals. And I do, based on matchup and everything else, I sat AJ Green and played Stephon Diggs and threw up in my mouth. And Diggs had a touchdown or 2 and 100 yards or something ridiculous. And AJ Green had like 3 catches for 30 yards. And it was like still the best fantasy decision I've made in the playoffs. And it shouldn't have been that way. At the time, it was a no-brainer. AJ Green, all the rankings had him that way. So I got to just believe in Justin Jefferson. I have to believe that they're going to at least try. I like Ladd, but it's going to have to be a volume play. JJ can go nuts in one play. I'm doing it. I'm going to go Justin Jefferson, and just half of these now are just like start your guy and turn the game off. Turn off your notifications for the Vikings and Giants game and just come back in 4 hours.
Oof. I mean, I do like Ladd, talked about him, but in a guillotine, just Ladd is a top 4 slot receiver all season long. He's scoring double-digit points from the slot, and the Cowboys give up a lot of points in the slot.
Trevion Diggs is back. I know he's not much of a slot, but I think he's going to boost that defense.
Yeah.
And the pressure. I'm worried about the pressure with no offensive line. And Quinnen Williams in that Dallas front, which has not been talked about all year because they were dog shit for 2 months. But
yeah, I mean, I know we faded Ibuka earlier, but maybe I think Ibuka's no, I can't do that.
You can do that.
I think I will actually. I think I'm going to go with Ibuka. I think that's going to be one of the high scoring games in a guillotine. I just can't trust Jefferson. He's a guy. There's nothing that tells me that he's still the guy, as we all think him to be. I love Ladd. I love Ladd. I know. I love Ladd. It's a great matchup, but with Ibuka, he's getting more targets than both these guys combined right now, despite being potentially the second or third option behind Evans and Godwin.
You're not wrong. And
it's a must-win for the Bucs. This is the must-win for the Bucs for playoff potential. Same with Carolina. So they're going to throw the kitchen sink today, I think. It could be a lot. It could be, 45-plus passing attempts from both quarterbacks today. Weather looks decent in Carolina. No rain, nothing bad, 50, 60-degree weather. Like, it's going to be a nice day out there to play football. I think I'm gonna go at Ibuka in this role. Okay. I know other questions we faded him, but I think in this context of a guillotine, I'm gonna go Ibuka.
I like it. I'm gonna stick with Justin Jefferson. And I know that's not helpful, Bill. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Quentin Williams is out today. Thanks, Mr. Perry. I've got a comment here from us. But
yes, thank you. And with just 2 of us, we don't have our back end resources checking things as we get going here. So thank you for the update there. Quentin Williams is out. I knew he was banged up. I just thought he would play. How much does that change things?
For Marion Hampton earlier, I would prefer Hendo and Henry over Hampton though, regardless.
For Scotty's question, me too.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate this so much. So Jefferson's dropping touchdowns and being overthrown in the end zone. So is Ibuka. I'm going to stick with Jefferson. Bill's already mad at me for my loudspeaker from like 4 months ago. So I'm already in the doghouse. I might as well double down.
Love you, Bill. And shout out to all the listeners. Say thank you all today for y'all's patience. As you know, it's only 2 of us. So, we really want to think these through and give you real answers, not just 2 seconds and then the next one. So thank you for y'all's patience. I know there's a lot of questions here in the chat still, so we're going to get to them. So I just want to thank y'all for y'all's patience today as well.
Appreciate that. Yeah, let's bang them out. While you're pulling up the next question, Jeff, I'll also give a couple shout outs as well. Again, if you're just joining us, it's the Razzball Fantasy Football Show. I'm Sky. That's Jeff. The rest of the boys are handling holiday things and doing what they got to do. Of course, if you celebrate Christmas, it's coming up in just a couple of days. For those of you observing Hanukkah or anything else, we wish you a blessed holiday season and certainly safe travels. I live in the Northwest. The weather's just shits up here. A lot of you end up in New England or any of that Midwest stuff dealing with it as well. Not everybody's in Texas and Florida and Cali. So we are hoping that the easy travels for everybody. I put out an article yesterday. If you're in one of our listener leagues, I broke down each of our 3 listener leagues, the standings at the end of the season, who made the playoffs, the first 6 out, and then gave kind of a breakdown on the playoffs and stuff. So you can keep monitored on that if you were in one of the listener leagues and you want to check out on the other leagues that we don't share. If you're in one league, you don't get access to the other 2 or 3. But you can go check out that article and see if you got a friend in the league or you're curious about other listeners who are on our program and they played too. Also, give a shout out. We mentioned this a couple weeks ago. We'll continue to mention it. If you're interested in joining our listener league for next year, whether you're in the leagues this year or not, we would love to have you. So please feel free to either drop a comment right now if you'd like and just go, yo, Jeff Sky, I want to be in your listener league. What do I do? We'll follow up with you, or you can also hit us up on X, either at our handles or Razzball NFL, or drop a comment on our articles, any of our articles, any of us that you read, Dave, Matty Styles, or Derek as well, Ben, whoever. You can drop an article, a note on the article. Let us know you want to be a part of Listener League. We'll get in touch with you. We do need your government name for the sign up and everything. So your handle, if you want to use your handle, that's fine. We need your actual name if you don't use that, and then an email address, and we'll be in touch for next year's Listener League. So we have 3 PPR leagues as of now, plus the Guillotine League, and maybe we'll have 1 or 2 more depending on the amount of signups next year. So it's a lot of fun. Feel free to join us.
Absolutely. Our next question is from Myers.
Cool. And let's bang them out. We got just over a half hour till kickoff. And of course, Jeff and I are on full go here today with the show. So we haven't looked at I didn't know Quinton Williams was out. So I got to look at a couple start sits myself. So we got about 20 minutes or so, folks, that Jeff and I are going to kick out. So if you have any additional questions, make sure to hit that in the chat and we'll get to the rest of them and we'll get through it here. Myers, good morning and welcome back. Hey guys, not all heroes wear capes. That's absolutely true. Shout out to the strip club in Portland, Oregon, that raised, I'd have to get the number exact. I'll come back to you next week. It's multiple thousands of dollars for Toys for Tots. Toys for Tatas, if we're keeping score. But they raised like $40,000 in a strip club in Portland. So for all of you that think Portland's on fire, it's not, and everything's fine. It's weird as shit, but they're doing good things too. So not all heroes wear capes, and I said that someone wear high heels and bras or not, but nonetheless. All right, back to the program. PPR pick 2. We have Gainwell, who's been on fire. Your boy ETN, or that's Estime, excuse me. Estime, Harrison Jr., Judkins. Different league, non-PPR. So that's a league without points, Jeff, just to remind you. Jalen Warren, Estime, and Michael Carter.
Pick 2. Gainwell is getting lots of action right now. Last week, Jalen Warren was sick, so I think that's where his spike of usage was. So we might get back to seeing a 50-50 split with Gainwell and Warren. So with Harrison, Judkins, man, it's hard to wanting to fade Judkins out of this bunch, but I think I'm going to roll. Detroit's got a good rushing defense, so I think I'm going to go Estime for one of these guys. Will be Estime. And then, I'm going to go Gainwell and Estime on this one. Even though I want to lean Judkins, I just keep fading him, but I think Gainwell's getting all the PPR points for running backs in Pittsburgh right now. So he'll probably catch 3 or 4 balls guaranteed there against Detroit. Maybe not rushing wise, but I'm going to go Gainwell and Estime.
How about the bottom one?
And then non-PPR, Jalen, Estime, Carter. I'm going to go Estime as well. Michael Carter is intriguing, though. I will say that, but I think Estime has just got the better matchup, as we discussed earlier, against the Jets.
Yeah. I think in a different matchup, I would go both Steelers, actually. Up top, the first one, I'm going to go Gainwell as well. Actually, I'm not. Because most of his work comes out of the passing game as well. And the Lions actually have one of the best defenses versus receiving running backs. So I don't love that. Do I trust Harrison Jr.?
And we talked about Wilson, and then you still got Trey McBride.
You know what's weird to say? What's weird to say is I don't trust Marvin Harrison. I do trust Jacoby Brissett. Shootout in Atlanta? Or with Atlanta? All right. Just because Bob wins a bunch of championships and he knows more about fantasy football than we do, I'm going to go Judkins and.
Oh, it beat on. It's beat on.
Is it Pete on?
It is.
Oh, Myers, aka Beat on.
Yeah.
I can't see his thing. It's too small on my phone.
Yeah, I could barely see it too.
It's so funny. Beat on, what's up, man? Also, dude, I know you're listening. Beat on, this is you and me right now. Come on the program, bro. Any Sunday morning, whether it's me and Jeff or the whole squad, whatever you've popped on over the years, please come on the show any Sunday morning. I'm sure you have other things to do on Sunday morning. I get it. But if you want to pop on for 5, 10, 20 minutes and bullshit ball, please do that anytime you want. You're always welcome. All right, Beat on. Good to hear from you, buddy. Thank you. This is a really tough one. I'm going to go Judkins for one. I faded him too much, and when we do that, they go the other way. So I'm going to go Judkins for one, and it's really just about Harrison or Estime. I think Tyrell is going to take on Henderson or Harrison, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Judkins and Estime. Judkins and Estime up top, and Jalen Warren in non-PPR.
I dig it. So I went Gainwell, Estime, and Estime. You went Estime, Judkins, and then Warren.
Yes, correct.
To recap it. All right. Good luck, B-Don.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Dude. Man, that's so funny. You threw me off. I'm like, what the hell?
I know. Well, I'm trying to say on the chat, and I was like, hey.
Well, the icon's too small. How I stream, like when I'm on the phone and going around, like I should have been on all season. You're welcome anytime, brother. No worries. Yep. Also, by the way, let's give a shout out to the baseball side of things.
Absolutely.
Gray and Beat on holding it down with the baseball side. The flagship, of course, to Razzball. It's the off season for now. But look, all of us on the football side are also baseball heads. So, as you gear up for fantasy baseball, make sure to tune on right here at Razzball as well. Go check out Beat on and Gray and the rest of the crew over there on the baseball side. Amazing articles, of course. Great analysis every week with the podcast. So check them out.
Yep.
Good luck, Beat on. Nice to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm in my big baseball league. I won this past season. I've been second place like 3 or 4 years in a row in a keeper league, and it's all because of the boys on the baseball side. So I love everything that they do over there.
Boom. Love to hear that.
All right, where are we at here? All right, next, start Bo Nix. Could you let us know who your other options are? That's for this question.
Well, yeah, I mean, against the Jags, like it's really hard not to. Not that the Jags are bad, but Bo Nix has been solid.
Well,
I like the matchup. It's in Denver.
Yeah. So just
one
quick thing on
him.
That was
good.
Yeah, one quick thing on him though. So when I did my article last week, I was looking at his numbers. He blew up for his 4 touchdowns, right? And then he had only thrown a total of 4 touchdowns over 5 games from week 9 to 14. So he really blew up. And then the Jags are the 6th fewest of quarterbacks over the last month. So it's a tough one. So I don't think Bo Nix is a guarantee, but I'd like to know who else he has to start. But I think this could be an interesting game. So it's hard to bench Bo Nix, but I don't know. Don't expect 4 touchdowns. You could probably 1 to 2 touchdowns is safe. I think he's a bottom end QB1, high end QB2 this week. So I think it just depends who the other options are for me, at least.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the passing volume. I mean, the last 4 weeks, let's say, 37 pass attempts, 45, 38, 34. The Jags are going to be able to move the ball. Trevor's going to chuck it too. This is either going to be one of those like fooled you games that's 13-10 for no reason at all, or it's going to be in the 30s points wise.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that the run game for Denver is going to be putting that up. So I'm good with Bo. like if you're streaming somebody, I don't know what Aaron Rodgers. We'll just do 2 or 3 and move on. I know we got a lot to do. Jacoby Brissett or Bo.
I'm going Brissett.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find anybody else. There's so many. CJ Stroud.
Ooh. I'd probably roll CJ Stroud, honestly.
Okay. How about
because Woody? I don't know if Woody Marks is playing Herbie. I'm probably not playing Herbie over Knicks this week.
Okay. How about your boy Trevor?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Trevor this week.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, if you can and you have enough time, man, please jump in here and let us know who else you might have.
I don't see a response, but yeah. All right, here we go. Curtis Knight is informing us of his crystal ball prediction that the Rams are winning the Super Bowl. Love it.
After the L. I like
yeah.
it. That's a fan. It's a real fan. Good work.
We don't condone betting, but let us know what your ticket shows as well.
So now that's also after the Niners have won the division and they're the number 1 seed. So you have to go through Santa Clara, right? That's going to be tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough. I like it.
Yep.
Good work. Matt Stafford is absolutely phenomenal.
Shout out to Goldman here. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, man. I love that.
Close. I'm close, dude. I know he's won it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
football and baseball.
Ball. Yeah.
He's a seasoned vet. Jackson of fantasy sports.
So I'm trying my best. It's my year 2 of Razzball. And I predicted way back when, draft a lot of rookie running backs, and they've been paying dividends. I got Hendo and Woody Marks, so they've been great for me. And ETN.
So I'm thinking this is an old head thing real quick, but baseball, football, right? So Bob Goldman's crushing Razzball in both baseball and football. Congratulations always. And our listener leagues as well. He's doing well. I think he got booted this last week, but in the playoffs. So Bo Jackson, obviously the GOAT for both sports and tragic injury, the end of the career too early. Deion Sanders, as everybody knows. And there's a couple other guys over the years that went for it. Nobody gives credit to Brian Jordan. Braves, Cardinals, like what he was able to do is pretty phenomenal. So I just want to throw his name out there too.
Love it.
Also, big up my boy Jackie Robinson, who was a 4-star Letterman athlete at UCLA.
The more you know.
I know too much shit, and it doesn't matter ever. It sucks.
Bill's back with us. Yeah, he was talking about his earlier question for guillotine. I guess Josh Jacobs crapped the bed for him, unfortunately.
So then you're talking upside. I mean, that's what we were talking about all morning. Yeah. I know Bill knows this, but that's where my head would go. It's like, okay, I'm behind the 8 ball. Like, Ladd is probably a decent floor, probably low opportunity to go nuts. Igbuka has been sketchy AF with opportunity, less likely to go nuts. Jefferson has been scary and unplayable for a month. Absolutely the top option to go, 8 for 100 and a touchdown or 2? I mean, yeah, we all have a sigh of relief and go, oh, there he is. About fucking time that I'm kicked out of the playoffs. But nobody would be shocked if that happens.
No.
So I'm even more confident with Jefferson now if that's like where your roster's at. Good luck, Bill.
Good luck. There we go.
All right, Jets fan, welcome back. You've been in and out all season. We appreciate that. You were also in our guillotine league. I appreciate you. Hey, guys, full PPR. A lot of Igbuka, Waddle, or Michael Carter. Oof.
I'm going to go Michael Carter.
Full PPR. I'll go Michael Carter as well.
Yeah. More opportunities, I think, there out of the other 2 receivers. And Waddle has been unplayable. And with Quinn Ewers now, I have no idea what's going to happen. And I said he was a sit in the sit versus my slot versus wide article. So sticking with that one, sitting Waddle, going Carter.
Well, and horns down, obviously, as well.
Let's
not bury the lead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how about those Aggies yesterday? Whew, 3 points. SEC. Let's go. Good football schools. Yeah, I kid everybody. I kid.
Golden Domers are hyped. All right, we don't talk about JV football here on the program.
Yeah, next question. Here we go. Rob's back with us.
All right, so I have another question. Henry or Jalen Coker? You know what?
I like Coker.
This is Jalen Coker, and I think by a bit. Like, I'm stoked on Jalen Coker this week.
Yeah, I have him in my Dynasty League. I'm trying to figure out how to put him in the lineup. So, yeah, I love it. Oh, I guess I beat Rob. And PPR. That's right, I did. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry
last
about
week.
that, Rob. Yeah, PPR. Hey, thanks for playing though. Appreciate it. These have been really fun leagues. Like honestly,
Absolutely, yeah.
everyone's kept up. No one's like
Well, except for
basically.
me. Everyone
You
except for me has kept up.
I can't
I
speak for
got
you.
I got 7th place in all 3 of them because
Job well
I
done.
was just destroyed. Like I had Bucky in a bunch, I had Drake London in a bunch, I had Mike Evans, Devontae. I think I had oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Uh oh my god, Washington quarterback, not Mariota. Anyway,
Mm,
my brain
we
is
won't
just
talk
like
about
toasted
that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels, Jesus. I drafted
Mm.
him in 2 leagues and he's been hurt all season. So my team got healthy like in week 13. I won like 4 games in a row in all 3 of those leagues, but it wasn't enough at the very end. So congrats to you guys moving on.
Yeah. So I know I missed a kicker question, so my apologies.
Let's get it.
Let's get into it right here.
All right, Tyler. Fairbairn or Aubrey? I'm up 44. So first of all, humble flex, respect.
Mhm.
There's not a chance in hell I'm benching
Aubrey. Never.
Aubrey, especially indoors. Like there's
Yeah.
no way. Um, honestly, Fairbairn could even outpoint him, and I'd be not despite. Yes, he missed it. He missed 2 kicks last week, didn't he, Aubrey?
Mm. I think he did, but I mean,
Was
I
that last
can't.
week or the week after? No, I mean he did.
He's.
He misses 2 from 50 yards. I mean,
I mean,
whatever.
they're 50. Yeah, come on now. Like, I know he's almost automatic, but still, though, like, can't fault the guy from every once in a while missing a 50-yarder.
Oh, by the way, he made 4 other field goals.
Yeah.
He's made 9 kicks. He's made 9 field goals in the last 2. No, Aubrey.
Yeah.
Jaime Fairbairn might be my second kicker outside of Dicker this week, but you don't sit. I mean, Aubrey is the Josh Allen of kickers. Like, there's no chance you're sitting him.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he were outside, maybe, but he's not. They're at home versus the Chargers. He'd be fine.
Yeah. All right. So thanks, Tyler, for your patience there. Sorry we missed it.
Yep.
All right.
We got about 20 minutes to kick off, guys. Let's do about 10 more minutes of questions.
Yeah, we got 2 more questions on here. So
Beautiful. If anybody else has additionals, feel free to jump in here real quick. Is this Rickadoozle?
yes, it is.
Am I reading that correctly? Love it. Fannin or Michael Carter in PPR. 13-point projected favorite with one player. Oh, played on both teams. Okay, he has Fannin in right now. So Fannin or Michael Carter in the flex PPR with a lead.
With the lead, no, that's
Michael Carter pretty easily for me.
That's where I'm leaning to. I just wanted to double check.
Really worried about the Bills against tight ends.
Yeah.
And Bob, you can cross-check me if you'd like. The Bills are actually really good against tight ends. Fannin might get 10 targets. I love that. And he might have volume, but Michael Carter should also. And
Yeah, those are the best
it
defense against tight ends.
every year. I mean, since Matt Milano came in the league basically and he's healthy. I could see the Falcons and Cardinals being a shootout that nobody watches outside of red zone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Michael Carter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Rick.
Thanks. Hey, Goldman coming up clutch here. Woody Marks.
Yeah, we
going to
are
be inactive. That affects me.
Our weather and injury report team is on vacation here. So thanks, Bob. Bob's hired. Give this guy a raise.
Oh, he plans to play? Oh, expected to be inactive. I'm seeing he's. Oh, shoot. Let me see. Is that breaking news, Rob? Bob?
That's right. Jeff, why don't you check some injuries quick? And I'm going to check weather and give folks another 5 minutes to jump in with any questions here.
Yeah. So active.
Nothing looks treacherous. We have
some
not even cold games. The coldest game on the slate is Cleveland, no surprise, but it's 28, which this time of year, for Buffalo in a Cleveland game, 28 and clear, I'm sure is a summer day. So I'm not concerned about weather anywhere. That's nice. 81 degrees in Miami. Get the fuck out of here. There's a oh no, they're inside. Duh. So
Yeah. So
maybe some rain in Indy, but they're inside too. Yeah, not worried about it. Okay, cool.
yeah. So active T Higgins is back. QJ's back. Diggs, we mentioned, is back. Inactives, Keon Coleman. Pour one out for him. I don't know what his deal is. What a bad situation there. Gabe Davis also inactive, and then Tua's inactive. Not surprising that he got benched, but to be inactive is, yeah.
I mean that's a roster thing. So they probably have like they probably pulled somebody up from the practice squad for like offensive, defensive linemen just to have bodies.
Yeah.
Because so many of those big guys go out that we don't hear about because it's not fantasy and it's not really usually reported outside of the moment. But a lot of those big guys get beat up, and then each team has like 3 or 4 guards and tackles and stuff. But I think it's more just Mike McDaniel like proving a point of like, hey, Tua's not it. We should have drafted Justin Herbert. We blew it. I read this week too that in 2020, I think that what is it? They offered like 4 first-round picks or something stupid for Joe Burrow, and they declined. Like, what the fuck?
It's wild.
Yeah.
Interesting note in the Chiefs-Titans game. We already said Rashee Rice is out, but Tyquan Thornton's also inactive today.
Yeah.
I think that bodes well for Kelsey.
Fire up Marquise.
Yeah, Hollywood and Woody. Not Woody. Worthy. So I think that's interesting for them. But yeah, wow. So I gotta figure out my start for Woody Marks now. That's good though. We got another question here. Might be our
Bob.
last one for the day. Yeah, shout out.
Joking and silliness aside, man, we really appreciate you coming in with notes like that because we're doing so much on the back end here. It's great to have that. All right. Let's see. Mark, need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. I have Judkins, Ted McMillan, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, and Ladd. This is full PPR. I'll let you read it over, Jeff. I'll go first. Mike Evans, automatic.
Yeah.
He's getting to work anyway. He's Mike Evans. He kills the Panthers. I'm going Mike Evans. Boy, I might go Ted McMillan also. Same game. Boy, Ted is risky. It's Mike Evans for sure for me, and then Ted or Judkins. I guess I'll go Ted.
I'm going Evans. I'm going to go DK. Throw one out. Yeah, Detroit's great matchup for DK. Like we said, A-Rod. Indoors, Detroit, they're not going to be able to run the ball very well. They're going to have to sling it. DK said his 2 best weeks in a while, and I expect him to get the targets again. I don't love it, though, but I think I like it.
I'm terrified of fading Ibuka. It makes sense to do, but the targets are there. The catches just aren't, and he hasn't scored. Oh, God. I think I'm playing Hollywood over Ibuka in my own personal home league playoffs.
I like it.
It's terrifying. But I'm literally just hoping for a 50-yard touchdown. The volume is probably going to be there for Ibuka. But I got to go for the shoot for the stars. He's got a big roster. So, okay. Any other questions? Good luck, Mark.
No, that's everything. Well, I got a question for you, my personal question, if we got time. With Woody Marks not expected to play PPR, I got Jalen Warren, Coker, Shakur, or Gadsden. And this is tight end premium as well.
It's between Coker and Jalen Warren. I feel like Jalen Warren's safer with upside. I like Coker a lot, but he could straight up just not do anything.
Yeah.
I do like the upside, but I think I'm gonna go Warren.
All right.
Okay, T. Higgy is a full go. All right, we're gonna stay live for another 10 minutes here and go through our rosters. If you guys have any additional questions, feel free to jump in. Otherwise, we're just gonna clean up our rosters and you can kind of listen into our thought process if you'd like. Okay. I'm up against it, dude. Listen to this IR bench for me. Jaden Daniels all season long. Roma Dunze half the season, and Devontae Adams. T. Higgins is playing, but he's been beat up, so I got him starting. You're going to love this. I sat Matt Stafford, 44 points. I sat Matt Stafford because my local source in Seattle was like, yeah, dude, it's pouring. Game time decision. Seattle's defense is solid, a lot of run and gun. And the first half, I was absolutely spot on. And then Stafford went for like 303 in the second half.
Yeah.
So I've got CJ Stroud, just hoping the Raiders are the Raiders. Bijan, Tracy, Higgins, played A.J. Brown. I played Parkinson on top of that with Stafford. I have Jawan Johnson and Strange as well, and I went with Parkinson. And then I've got Marquise Brown and ETN, Dicker and the Niners. God. Okay, so I got a big flex one here. Do I play Marquise Brown or Igbuka, Jawan Johnson, or Brenton Strange? I need – this is definitely a shoot for the stars.
Shoot for the stars. Oof. Yeah. Igbuka, I'm starting him in my other league. I need to in a redraft, but I don't love it. I think Hollywood is the play.
Okay. Hollywood it is. I'm going to jump off to do the rest of my scouts. We got 10 minutes, everybody. We appreciate everyone coming through. The chat is empty, correct, Jeff?
Yeah, Rickadoozle gave me a shout out, I think. Either you
Wait,
or
Rick?
I, he thinks we look like Dr. Jesse Morse from Twitter.
Oh, that's you, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not me, I can assure you.
Jesse Morse. I mean, he wishes he could, have that beard. We'll get him a duck hat though, huh? Big friend of the show, Dr. Jesse Morse. We'll bring him in preseason next year and see what's going on. Also, this is super fucking random, but I'm gonna do it. I want to give a shout out to my boy Ryan Leaf. Yes, everybody, the Ryan Leaf. Think what you want about him from 25 years ago. He's the first one to call himself out. He's the most humble dude I've ever met. I ran a podcast with him in 2020, helped him with his Ryan D. Leaf show. Anyway, whatever. I consider him a friend. He had the radio call yesterday for the Packers and Bears on Sirius, I believe. And he had such a great call to that Roma Dunze touchdown on the radio that he replayed. So it was pretty cool. Go check him out on Instagram or whatever, Twitter. Anyway, shout out to my boy Ryan Leaf, doing great in broadcasting now. And he was just on the Rich Eisen show and Dan Patrick as well this week. And he just has such great insight with quarterbacks and what he does for the sobriety community as well. So I want to just give a shout out to my boy Ryan Leaf. All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here. For the rest of the crew on vacation, we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays for whatever you're celebrating. Safe travels. Be patient with people. Everybody's irritable. Everybody's pissed off. Nobody wants to fucking shop. Kids suck. We're all in the same boat, okay? Just take a breath. Drink some fucking water. Try to get some sleep when you can. Don't be angry to people. Somebody cuts you off in the parking lot. Just fucking flip them off and keep driving. Don't let it ruin your day. It's not the end of the world. Wishing everybody well in the semifinals as well. We will be back here for the championships next week.
Ask guys did say, yep, there we go.
My mom called. Mom knows not to call until 10 a.m. and she got excited. Sorry, awkward. Thanks, Mom. I had my whole spiel going. Also, make sure to tune into college football next Saturday. Just tune into college football next Saturday. We'll discuss it Sunday morning. Best of luck to everybody. You can find everything at football.razzball.com. All of our great articles, all of our great writers, all of our great tools available for you for free. Shouts out to Beat On. Shouts out to everybody else joining the chat. Thank you to Bill. Thank you to Bob for tuning in. Shout out to Scotty always for the super chat. We'll catch you next time. For Matt, for Derek, for Dave, for Ben, for Beat On, and of course Jeff and Sky, we will catch you next time. Thank you so much. Good luck, everybody. We are out of here.